Horror comes in all shapes and sizes. Some make you jump, some make you think, and some make you just feel deeply uncomfortable. But when it comes down to it, what kind of horror is actually the best? Hello everyone and welcome back to AustinPlus commentary, where today we are back with the penultimate Halloween special, where today we are trying to go down and understand what kind of horror genre is the best, because there is a different types. Not a lot of people are familiar with horror. People think of horror as just one big conglomerate in terms of movie genres, but there's actually different types of horror. So we're going to break down every single type and what movies go into that sort of category, and categorically understand which is truly the best horror. So first of all, we're going to talk about supernatural horror. Now, the whole idea around these movies is that they are based on things that are not natural to life. This includes things like demons, curses, ghosts, and all of the classic horror comforts for movies. I would argue a lot of these are used too much, especially nowadays, because they're trying to think of things that scare them. They try and consider like Michael Myers a demon or a ghost or a curse. So everyone is trying to make something into that category, but it's actually its own thing that people don't actually realize. Supernatural horror includes movies such as The Conjuring, Insidious, and The Exorcist. Most things that are possessive and have some sort of magical or unnatural sense is more than likely go under the supernatural horror, or you can mix it in a tiny bit with another type of horror, which is psychological. And when you combine the two, it's basically you are trying to understand if there is truly something there or it is just your mind. That can always be horrifying as well. Supernatural horror often involves faith, the fear of death, and the unknown as a whole. Personally, I hate the uncertainty, so I completely understand this. And the fear of death, faith, and the unknown creates a sense of tension. Now we are getting to my favorite type of horror, which is slashers. I think if you've watched my other Halloween specials, you will know that slashers are my favorite. Now, the whole idea around these movies is that they are based on very simple principles: killers and victims. I would argue that this works as an equation. Killer plus victims equals chaos. Quick mathematics. Granted, it is one fucked up math equation, but then again, aren't they all? This includes movies such as Halloween, Scream, Friday the 13th, Terrifier, the Black Phone, mixed in with a tiny bit of supernatural stuff. To be fair, we could be here forever because there's a lot of slashers out there. But I would argue that slashers aren't just scary, they are cinematic comfort, and they're what horror fans are quite used to. And it's what gave us some of the most iconic characters known to horror genre. There's Ghostface, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Art the Clown. Then you also have the Grabber. Like, you have all of this. I would also argue slashers aren't that complex. They are just to do with the comfort of like bloody kills and which is obviously going to appeal to horror fans. So that's why I say there's not much complexity. And I wouldn't argue there's no complexity-ish. Next on our list is psychological horror. The whole idea where everything is based on paranoia of people and the emotional collapse of the normal people experience. So basically, everything that goes on in one's mind. This often leads to insanity, which is seen numerous times in these movies, and it includes movies such as The Shining, Hereditary, and Black Swan. Many of Stephen King's adaptations are psychological and always adapted into movies, except for it, but The Shining is most popular for understanding horror. The best way to put it is it's less about monsters and more about the monsters in your mind. Now, this is actually my least favorite type of horror. This might be me. This is definitely a me thing, but I also know I'm not the only one. But I hate body horror. Body horror is the worst type of movie. The whole idea around these movies is that they are based on disturbing transformations of people, mutations, and gore, which overall can just be straight up fucked up.
Well, no fucking shit.
This includes movies like Tusk, The Thing, and The Fly. The Thing and The Fly are the two most popular in terms of body horror. The Thing mostly as well, but all of which have the same sort of distorted alien or animal, which overall is just extremely disgusting. I won't go about this for too long, but its horror mainly forces us to face our physical fragility.
What? What the fuck?
Which honestly I don't want to face. I don't like things poking out of places. Now, lastly is cosmic and existential horror. No, I'm not talking about Alien vs. Predator. The whole idea around these movies that they are based on the fear of the unknown. Again, something I'm very familiar with. And also what it lies ahead. The fear of insignificance, the vast unknown, and the forces beyond our comprehension all lies under this. So, whether that is you don't understand a physics equation, been there, done that, and maths, again, been there, done that. It is more to do with cosmic, you don't know what's out there. Imagine if E.T. went wrong. That's basically all these movies are. If E.T. wasn't such a nice dude, he probably would just go around killing everyone because, ooh, new food.
What did he say?
This includes movies like The Mist, Event Horizon, and The Void. This is the kind of horror where there is no saving grace and only the realizations that we're smaller than we think. So whether it's ghost, gore, or guilt that gets you, horror's powers comes from its ability to expose what we're really afraid of. Every subgenre has its moments, but the best horror. For me, it's between psychological and slashers. Psychological I couldn't stand for a long time until I really thought about it. No shit. But the problem is, psychological, it's real, and so is slashers. You have people like this in this world that are slashers, and they are uncontrollable, and it's still unknown. So that unknown uncertainty always comes flooding back. But what's your favorite kind of horror? Drop it in the comments below. But without further ado, everyone, that is the end of today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe and comment what else you would like to see on the channel. But without further ado, hope you have an amazing day as always, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
Yeah.